Information about graphs. The function f is graphed below. Determine the following. F of 1. So this means your x value is 1, what y value, or what's the output. So when x is 1, it looks like our point is right there, so that output value is -3. Determine the domain of f. Okay, so the smallest x value that I have here, since this is going on for forever, is going to be -infinity. And it looks like all of these x values have at least one y value they go to all the way up until 3. And I'm including 3 because of that solid circle. State the range. So it looks like the smallest y value is -3, and I include -3. And all of these y values are good to go. They all have at least one x that they go to. And this arrow means this is going to go on for forever towards positive infinity. And again, with the infinities, you always do parentheses since those aren't actually real numbers. Find any values for which f of x equals -1. So this means our output value is a -1, and they're wanting to find the x values that give us that. So output of -1 happens right here and right here. So those x values are -1 and 3. Find any values of x in which f of x is larger than 0. So that means where the y values are bigger than 0. Well, the y values are bigger than 0 here. So that's going to be this portion of the graph. So that happens at about -1/2 or 1.5. So about -1.5. And I'm not going to include that because at -1.5 you're at 0. And this is asking for values that are strictly greater than 0. And then actually, we messed that one up. So our largest value was -1.5, and our smallest value of x is -infinity. So the values of x for which f of x is greater than 0 is from -infinity to -1.5. For more information on finding the domain and range of a graph, click this link right here. Let's look at another example. Bees. A population of bees was happily residing in one of our fellow colleagues Anne's backyard last year. Let B of t represent the size of the bee population in thousands, t months after April 1st, 2012. This function is modeled in the graph below. Find B of 3 and explain what it means in the context of the problem. So B of 3 means we're inputting the value of 3, what output value happens. So when we have t of 3, we get right there on the graph, which is at 15. What does this mean? Well, this means that on July 1st, or 3 months after April 1st, which again is July 1st, 2012, there were 15,000 bees. Because remember again, the y value stood for thousands of bees. Find B of 0 and explain what it means in the context of the problem. So B of 0 is right here at 10. And that means that initially, or April 1st of 2012, there were 10,000 bees. Solve B of t equals 13 and explain what its solutions represents in the context of the problem. So this means our output value is 13 and they're asking for the input values that give us that. So that happens here and here. So that's when your t value is 1 and our t value is 5. So this means, so 1 month after April is May, so in May, and 5 months after April, so May, June, July, August, September. So in May and September, there were 13,000 bees. And then lastly, wow, I spelled September wrong. And then last, state the domain and range of B. So our domain value. So the smallest x value is 0, and we're including that. And the largest is 9, and I'm also including that. And for our range, the smallest y value is 0, and the largest y value is 15. And we're including both of those.